Oh! Today we're going to do a little build overview of this 2010 SSR Slowracer. I originally got this bike as a bare frame. It was left over in the SSR warehouse. Super windy today, sorry about the wind if you guys can hear it. But this frame was left over in the SSR warehouse, never assembled. So it's brand spanking new. I've only ridden it around the yard a couple times. I'll start it up after I do a quick walkthrough and show you kind of the deal with it. A lot of people have questions about these Slowracers and what they actually are and what the name is and all that. They were made in 2009, discontinued in 2010. The actual model is a SSR 160R, I believe they used to call this, and it came with a different motor. Obviously it was a YX engine. I put a Daytona 190 in this bike. I bought it off one of my friends that got it from the SSR warehouse. It was left over because all the holes in the frame weren't blocked off before the frame was powder coated, so when they went to assemble it in the factory or wherever, I assumed that they weren't able to put any of the bolts through, or I assume that's the reason why it wasn't assembled, because they weren't able to put any of the bolts in without the threads being traced, just to get all the powder coating that they blasted in there. So I built it from the bare frame up, new swing arm, obviously new frame, engine mounts. These triple clamps are actually off a 160TX SSR. I had to have a custom steering stem made for it because these Slowracers use Sierra 5070 bearings. So I had to have a stem pressed in, or I pressed the stem in, but my friend made the stem for me and then machined the bottom clamp to fit the new stem. And that worked out great. They're just a little different from the original Slowracer clamps. Slowracer ones are a little bit thicker there, and they don't have it like a drop down in that area. But other than that, we got just CRF 70 plastics on it. Everything is the same for a CRF 70 as far as like the gas tank, the plastics, the seat, and all these parts would bolt onto a 70. Like the front end would bolt onto a stock 70 frame, the rear end would. So everything is 50-70 interchangeable, like the foot pegs, the foot peg mounts, a BBR foot peg mount on there. These wheels, I had the spokes custom made because you can't just buy new spokes for the Slowracer hubs. So I had these spokes custom made with stronger nipples on there and everything, so they should really take a good beating. The hubs are original in good condition from the Slowracer. I trued them up myself. Put tires on. We got the IRC in the front, and then we got the Mitas in the rear. So this is the fatty rear tire, the 9112. I love these tires. It's got hooks up like crazy. I'll ride it in a minute and show you guys. The thing is violently fast. I have no front brake on it right now. I took that off for the PF2 build, and I have an ASV unbreakable lever on there right now. I usually run the Works connections, but I had that one and want to do something different, so we ran that one on there. We got the Zox Gen 2 front end. New rotors from eBay, just the eBay special rotors. I run these, don't have any problems with them. This is a Zoomer 50 style rear caliper that I'm running on there. And we got some billet wear foot pegs. I made this exhaust myself. It's you know, the original Slowracer pipe from here to here, and then I changed the size of the first step to be a lot bigger and almost the same size as the second one. I welded it up myself. Not the best TIG welder yet, but I'm getting there. Practice makes improvement. We got the bone stock Daytona 190 in it right now, and we have a Keenan PE28. I usually prefer the PWK flat slide carbs just because they won't let any air by. The round slide tends to be a little inconsistent for these bigger bore motors that really like to pull in a lot of air. So we're running that. I think I got a 40-120 for the jetting, and it's the clips in the middle, and like you'll see in a minute, I'll start up and take it for a rip. The thing runs awesome. I got some Renthal bars on there, some tall bars. And then what else we got going on? Like I said, BBR foot peg mount. I custom made this skid plate to work. I'm not sure what it came off, but I had to cut it in half and then move the backside over a little bit and weld the top and the bottom. So that ended up working out good. And we're running a UNI air filter with the outerwears cover for the 28mm carb. We're running 15 front sprocket and a 41 rear. That seems to work out good for me on like even tight tracks or big full-size motocross tracks. Here's the rear. We got the D&M 280mm shock. I've been running these in all my bikes, haven't had really any issues with them, so I continue to run those. Rear wheel, same deal with that. We got new spokes, HD nipples in there. And then Slowracer original foot brake pedal. I did a BBR Sierra 5070 adapter because the stock Slowracer one isn't very good. It moves around down here the way this one goes through the rear motor mount bolt, holds it in place from moving side to side. Before in races I actually had to take an L on one race because I had no rear brakes. The only way it would work is if I disconnected this, so I disconnected it for that race, and you know, as you guys know, you can only go so fast without being able to stop fast, so I wasn't able to take the dub on that race, but we'll get him next time. Trying to think if there's anything else. Then we just got the original billet Slowracer gas cap, or just whatever SSR gas cap on there. But I figured I'd go over this bike real quick because I'm honestly considering selling it. I have two of them. As you guys have seen the blue one, the original plan was with this is I built it up now just to put all the parts on it, but I was gonna take the whole thing back down to the frame and then do, you know, a little build series on it and rebuild the whole thing. But considering I may sell it, I figured at least put some content out, show you guys what I had planned here, what was going on. I still am up in the air about selling it because I really love the bike. I've spent a lot of money on the thing. There's a lot of new parts on it, and I'll probably never find another one this clean considering it's a new old stock frame. I mean, the thing is literally brand new, guys. Definitely the cleanest bike I have, so we'll see. But let's fire this thing up and I'll show you guys how she rips. The thing is super loud and it's ridiculously fast. Definitely the fastest bike that I own right now, even faster than the MM12P, and that's only because the bike's a lot lighter. And I honestly think without having the U-Flow on there and a different style carb, this air filter setup just works better, and it also has a bigger exhaust than what my MM12P has. Like the header's bigger and the first step is bigger, and that's what you need for these Daytona motors. They really wanna breathe because they can take in all the air. It's about getting it out as fast as you can get it in. And then I'm running the 28mm carb. I really should have like a 30 or even a 32 on here. The 201cc build I have LXR, I'm running a 32, and I like that, so we'll see. The thing's just so torquey. I think a 30 would be great on this. Another thing that I get asked all the time is, why are they called Slowracers? Like, what is the deal with that? What is a Slowracer? So the whole thing behind that, from what I understand, this guy named Mike, he was on the old Planet Minis forums, or just the forums in general, and his handle name or his username was Slowracer, and he's the one who originally made the Slowracer frame. Like, he designed one that wasn't an SSR, it was his own brand, and then SSR, just like the designer, he designed this frame for SSR, so you know, we just call it a Slowracer based on that, but it's an SSR 160 or 150R. That's specifically what they're called when Slowracer sold them back in 2010, but it's just easier just to call it a Slowracer because, I mean, that's what it is. That's the guy who designed the frame, and after all, that's the best part about the Slowracer in general, is the frame and the swing arm and just the geometry of it. So let's fire this thing up, guys, and I'll let you know. I'll let you guys see how she sounds, tear up my yard a little bit.
Oh!
No front brake! What do you guys think? Thing is an absolute ripper, huh? Sounds so loud in person, the video probably doesn't do justice, and it is super fast. I almost crashed into the little boat over there. I would have took the thing out. Got no front brake, and she just picks up speed so quick. But anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. I figured I'd just post this, throw a little information out on the Slowracer builds, and if you guys want to know anything else, drop some questions down in the comments and I'll answer them for you. But I hope I went over everything that you guys would want to know about this build here, and if I don't sell it, I'll do some more content on it for sure, so stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.